What's up guys, my name is Hunter Dodds, coming back to you with another video, and this month is actually LGBTQ+ History Month. So as a fellow member of that community, we are going to cover some topics based on the term transgender. So whilst the term transgender may be stereotypically aimed towards trans females and trans males, it's also classed as an umbrella term which can cover a lot of different ways that people choose to identify, and it really depends on whether them themselves want to identify with that as an umbrella term. So for example, I will put the list there because it's quite comprehensive and it's quite long. But yeah, it's a lot more inclusive than what people actually expect it to be when they hear the term transgender. So, little bit of history for you. The transgender flag, as we all know it, I will insert it right about here, was actually made in 1999 by a trans woman named Monica Helms. And it was actually only shown and publicly displayed at the Phoenix Pride in the year 2000. That's, to be honest with you, that's only, 22 years ago? Also, the flag itself is primarily used to display transgender rights as they are today, as well as remember significant transgender individuals in history, and essentially just evoke a sense of pride in your identity. One of those individuals specifically is someone called L Hart. Now, whilst he may be known for certain other things, for example inventing the X-ray and how it can pick up on different things rather than what it was typically used for in that day and age, he was also actually one of the first publicly recorded trans males to receive gender assignment surgery in the US. Another person that identifies under the transgender flag that I would like to mention is a woman called April Ashley. Now, she was actually outed in the newspaper in 1961 for being a transgender woman. And previously she had spent time in our military, navy, and so on before actually coming to terms with who she was as a person and being genuinely happy with who she was and who she identified. In addition to that, she was actually sent to a mental institution at the age of 17 years old because it wasn't seen as something that was necessarily very accepting. It was seen as what I suppose you could call a disease of the mind, which is honestly quite upsetting if you think about it in this day and age. However, there is a silver lining to this story, and that is in 2012 she received an MBE, which is quite important, and she was presented that by the Queen essentially for her publicity in terms of promoting transgender rights and living herself as a transgender female. And honestly, I think that's probably one of the highest achieving things that you can really be awarded, especially from someone like the Queen. And it's so prominent in terms of recognition, especially from where she came from growing up as well. So yeah, that's about all I wanted to cover in terms of transgender history, how the flag came to be, as well as some pivotal people and examples that we have in our community as a whole, let alone just the transgender community. So obviously I will include other bits of information as well as charitable organisations that may be able to help you and provide anyone of any sexuality, gender, etc. any information, any resources that could possibly be useful to you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. So bye guys!